All right.
Okay, 11 o'clock, we'll get started on the regular public meeting, December 23rd. Public comments before we get started. Way online. Commissioners updates. Doug, what you been doing this week?
Company office, keeping up on email is not too pressing.
Robert.
Oh boy. Since it's been a minute. With the weather, I've been visiting with Derek. Obviously, I'd like to thank him and the road crew. They've been doing everything they can, keeping the roads as clean as they can. So kudos to them. A lot of it's just been emails, phone calls. I did have a 340B oversight committee meeting yesterday. That was with Public Health, Patty and Jenny over there. That's checks and balances in and out with some medicine for a program that they have. So went over for that yesterday. Aside from that, it's just been emails, kind of keeping on track and on top of everything in the office, phone calls, things of that nature. Nothing real exciting on my end.
Myself, I guess I had a couple meetings this last 10 days. First one was the MACO newly elected officials training in Helena. Went over leadership, transparency in government, how to conduct hearings, and finance was our main things we went over. And a good meeting. Just the roads were really bad coming back in Helena. And then this last weekend, I went to Seattle for some meetings with the president and executives for commissioners. Alaska was there, Idaho was there, Montana, Oregon, and Washington. So the president of the association and the executive of the association. They were pretty good meetings. You visit with Washington, they don't want no electricity made from coal or gas. Well, I said, you don't need to take it. They're really softening up on taking gas. They're accepting gas now, but they still don't want to do the coal. So I had to give them a pretty hard time about that. Because they want sustainable. I mean, you look out Seattle from the hotel, there's the lights on all over that city. They better be accepting our power from coal for base load power. But it was kind of a good discussion. We talked about legislative issues from all those states, and surprising how much we have in common with Idaho, Montana, Oregon, and Washington. It's kind of a band together on a few legislative things. I went to the Seattle football game. It was excellent. It was one of the best games of the year, and I'm not a Seattle. So yeah, we always like that was phenomenal. And we were undercover, so we didn't get rained on.
Did it rain while you were
in the
there?
game first quarter, but we were undercover. But it was a neat game. So that was what I've been doing. I've been in the office. I'm doing that. Our next one is minutes. Motion to accept the minutes from the regular public meeting, December 2nd.
Make the motion.
Second. Discussions and comments on. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Motion to accept the special public meeting, December 8th minutes.
Make the motion.
Second. This was the road department's request to purchase a gooseneck trailer. Questions or comments? Did you get it? Do we have it?
That was your detached trailer.
Yeah.
That was it.
Semi trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, these are.
Yeah.
You got it. You got it. It's all done. It's good. Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Administrative issues. Action to move the road department employee Charles
Riverdale.
from temporary to full time.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Discussion or comments? He's obtaining a CDL. He's getting a CDL.
This was one of those employees that we hired. He was hired seasonal for mowing. Kind of a good way to find out how an employee works if they are adapting to the position. Derek made the decision that he's one of them to help fill a vacancy that they have. So it's kind of, they ran him through the gamut, and he's going to be a good one, hopefully. So
For the comments, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Motion to accept, road department's purchase of 2 new, vehicles from Northern Border, or Northern Plains Auto.
I'll make the motion.
This is 2 new 2026 2500 crew cab 4x4 pickups for a total purchase price of 95,000 for 2 of them.
It's been quite a while since the road department has rotated any vehicles in. I guess if Derek wants to elaborate, I talked to him and he said they've got one's going to McCabe, one's staying here in Wolf Point. McCabe's got a couple that are over 200,000 miles. They do have some meetings, so they want McCabe be a 4-door so they can all travel together in that. It's kind of part of the rotating vehicles in and out. I think Derek had mentioned that they'll utilize a couple of the ones that they're taking out of full service, put those into part-time service for the mower tractors in the summertime. And then the mower pickups are much wore out now. So it's just kind of rotate pickups through. Math serves me right. It's 47.5 per pickup, which I don't know. That's pretty reasonable in my book. I looked sticker prices on them. So just rotating vehicles in and kind of update and roll up stock.
Questions, comments, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Motion to accept TV district.
Ken Landry.
Ken Landry. Motion to accept him back onto the TV district.
Make the motion.
Second.
Questions or comments, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Passes. Motion to put Greg Labatt back in as the weed board member.
I'll make the motion.
Second. Discussion, comment, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion to put Gary Hansen back at the weed board member.
Make the motion.
Second. Discussion or comment. Thank those guys for joining those boards. Motion passes. Motion to accept the library's request to change hours to have 4 hours in Saturday in Culver's.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Second.
Hey, this is the main librarian there is a 21-hour worker. She'll take 4 hours off during the week, so she'll fill in that Saturday with her 4 hours. Any other comment on that?
What's the hours? 10 to 2 or?
10 to 5, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And then on Saturday, it's gonna be, doesn't say,
9 to 1.
9 to 1.
Oh, is it 10 to 5 or 11 to 5? Yeah.
10 to 5 is how long she's there.
Okay.
That first hour is for administrative duties and
Okay.
other things like that, but the library
Okay.
doesn't open till 11.
The library opens at 11. She's there at 10.
You said
Yeah.
our normal hours are 10 to 5.
Yeah,
11 to 5, they're open
yes,
Monday,
To the
Tuesday,
public.
Thursday.
yeah.
So what she's doing is she's not gonna be in as she's just rearranging her hours. There will be no extra hours to her schedule, just
No.
adjusting her hours to account for the one Saturday a month.
Yes, one Saturday a month. They want to do classes, crafting, all kinds of stuff. And because they have, we had a open meeting on that, and we had some people come in and they wanted to do that because they wanted to be able to use the library to check out books as well on Saturdays.
Sure.
And so they just thought that this might be something good for the community, because the kids at the high school that are involved in sports can't get to the library either. Saturdays, they might be able to make it.
Okay, it makes sense.
And it's the first Saturday of the month? or-
Yes, first Saturday of the month.
Any other comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Well, everything real good. Motion to accept planning board's recommendation to approve of subdivision for the Perkowski minor subdivision.
Make the motion.
Second. Lucy, you want to explain this is what a
Sure, it's Bukowski Ranch LLC is wanting to separate a piece of land to transfer to their son, I think is their son. so you could have a house there. Usually they use a family transfer, but because it was an LLC, they'd use a make it a minor subdivision. The survey is Edwin Tamaki from Interstate Engineering. It's one lot will be 159 acres and one 1 acre lot, approximately. It's 3 miles northeast of Danville. Pretty simple. Everything's already there. There was a work camp on that site previously, so the septic system's already there. It's pretty simple subdivision. I recommended approval for it.
Is there any conditions of approval, Casey?
The only conditions of approval is the survey gets looked, or the final plat should be submitted in compliance with section 2B of the Roseville County subdivision regulations as applicable. And that's just going through sanitation review and all that.
Okay.
I've talked to Mike Rinaldi about it. He's okay with it. Provide proof all real property taxes and special assessments assessed and levied on the property are paid for the current tax year, including any past delinquencies. So they'll have to, before it can be filed, the treasurer will have to sign off on it saying that that'll be taken care of. And the final plat shall comply with uniform standards for final subdivision plats and shall be reviewed by Roseville County's examining land surveyor and subdivision administrator prior to final proof. And that's already been approved by our examining land surveyor.
So the motion is to approve with conditions of approval.
Yep.
Any
Oh.
question?
I can give you my recommended motion.
Okay.
Having reviewed and considered the application materials and all the information presented, I move to approve the Gosby minor subdivision. And you could add to that with conditions of approval.
That's what the motion was. Okay. We're good.
Sorry.
No, we already did. Just further discussions. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thanks, Casey, for getting that ready.
No problem.
Claims, motion to accept claims for December 5th of $189,017.98.
Make the motion.
Second. Discussion or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Claims for December 18th, amount of $136,427.88.
Make the motion.
Second. All answer questions on it? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. We have a few additions that J.C. Johnson, motion to accept him for a full-time deputy.
Make the motion.
Second. This will be at 87% of sheriff's wages, is already post certified. What is the year's experience? Questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Passes. Motion to accept the annual fire request to purchase a pickup topper.
Make the motion.
Second. Dave. Vanville is their own rural fire district, so they generate their own taxes, so because they have the budget to pay for this. It's a expensive topper. I think it's $18,208 topper for a pickup. It has all the drawers and stuff for a fire truck. 5 drawers. Semi-glossed black bag. Like it's loaded.
And was it Norton, I believe, Fire Chief Norton, stopped in yesterday. Before they can order it, they needed a approval through the commissioners. As Gordon said, they have their own fire districts, they have their own funds, so this is kind of a pass-through for their money, so they needed a stamp of approval on this from the commissioner's office. Once they receive that, if it passes, then they'll start the build. Payment will be upon completion of this item.
Question, comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Motion to accept the maintenance department's request to purchase a skid steer sander.
Make the motion.
Second. Yeah. We all know there's a lot of ice, trips, falls, and slips and falls is a lot for workers' comp. So if this takes one workers' comp away, it'd probably be worth $5,400 for the sander.
I visited with Craig. Derek did come in, helped to get some of the ice out of the parking lot. here and the senior center, I mentioned to Craig that they do make a skid steer attachment. He's been having the city come through as well. They've been sanding where the vehicles drive, but they're not able to sand where the vehicles park. And once the employee gets on the county parking lot, it is Roosevelt County's liability. So if they slip when they're getting out, fall underneath their vehicle, get hurt, that becomes a major liability for the county. So with this, Craig will be able to sand the parking lot prior to employees showing up to work. Hopefully will mitigate some of that risk. He'll probably have to coordinate with Derek. I think he's got some chips or some sand out at the road department. So he'll bring in loader full in with this attachment. He can just use it as a bucket. He can get in the pile, tip it back. It'll fill the sander up. It does have an attachment as well, sidewalk kit. So he'll be able to go down the sidewalks. It'll only spread 4 or 5 foot, so he'll be able to sand the sidewalks as well, sand and salt. So I think, as Gordon said, it's good all the way around to minimize some liability risk and help be self-contained, try to make things safer for the employees and the public.
Well, the county building budget. Any other questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Motion to accept reappointment of Brian Miller to the Wolf Point TV District.
Make the motion.
Second. Questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any other business?
I have a question. We're trying to get an adult oil painting and watercolor class into the library. I don't know if you guys know who Kat McIntyre is, but she's the one who teaches the Bigger Sky kids. And her and Melissa have been working on this, but they have set aside to do this on Wednesdays, which were from 6 to 8, and we're closed on those hours. So I don't know if I need to get an approval from you guys to be able to open up to this or not.
They want to utilize the facility.
Yes, the basement.
Anything the basement was legally used, be able to be used for public.
Well-
No exits, no.
Well, it does have an exit down there, no elevator. We could do it upstairs, but I wish they would have consulted me before they picked this day and these hours.
The biggest thing that I see, and I know this was part of an issue with aging, but is the aging Senior Citizens Association. The Wolf Point Senior Citizens, they have liability insurance to cover use over at the aging department for after hours, Saturdays, birthdays, things of that nature. So that group has their own liability insurance. So that would pose maybe a risk or an issue with this type of a deal. Having a liability insurance is going to be a major thing.
But a county employee. County,
Well, yeah.
so it'd be no different than a weed department having a living meeting or a DES having a living meeting, as long as there's a county employee there running it. Being paid to do it, they'd have to be on the clock, they'd have to be.
Yeah.
It would be just like any other.
It would have to be a
It
county
would have to be a
sponsor.
county, it'd have to be a county function, can't be a private function, right?
Well,
It has to be a county function.
it is, but Kat and Melissa have been working on this kind of on their own. They have not really gone through me with any of it.
It has to be a county function.
But it will be-
That's all we can say. that it's a
Yeah,
county-
so Kat
County
is
sponsored
trying to
vote.
get some donations to pay for all of this. And to pay for her, we're just basically letting them use the space.
Can't do that. Has to be a county function.
Okay,
We can't let somebody use the county facilities.
okay, so
Has
we're
to be a
gonna
county
have to
function.
redo this somehow so that,
Okay, can you rent the facility or?
If you have liability insurance, yeah. But I don't think we could rent the basement because that's not able to be used for public.
yeah,
And that runs into the senior association having to have their own liability.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
opening this up, so as Gordon
That's a
said,
handicapped accessible facility, your basement isn't,
Right.
so you can't use
Right.
that for public,
Right,
just can't be used,
it has to be a Roosevelt County Library event
function,
function.
not in the basement.
okay,
So if it is a Roosevelt County function in a deemed accessible building, then you could have it or it could be done. If it's somebody wanting to do it in the library, oh, no.
okay. I kind of wondered about that, cause, and I don't know whose idea this was,
I mean, any idea is a good idea, just gotta work through the details.
okay. I will pass that information on.
And I will furthermore say you as the department head need to be in the know.
Have to be approved.
Well, yeah, they've done I mean, I went out and got a few donations, but, they've done all this planning without.
And that's great. The department head just needs to know what's up.
Yeah,
You
I
have,
didn't know till yesterday till I got this.
you've got to be, you have to be the supporter of it before it's already in play, if that makes sense.
Okay,
So
okay,
Motion to close.
make motion.
Second. Close.
ready, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.